What's up, folks? This is Brad Reed, the Gaming Mole, for the podcast update for the end of August 2013. Sorry it's rather late, but there's been a lot going on in my life recently, and it's been hard to actually get to this, as well as getting to finishing or starting many games. Let's first get down to business as to what's been happening. I've actually had a recent death in the family, and generally the rest of my family, or well, the outside family, is acting like a bunch of jerks all about it. And there's, it's a lot of details to go into, and I don't really feel like going into it, because one, it's not healthy, and I'm pretty sure that no one else wants to hear all the details about it, because you're here to watch games, not complain about real life. Aside from that, I did recently get a PS3, and that's also been pushing me behind in terms of balancing how fast a certain game gets finished, or how soon I start playing certain games. And it's not because I don't really have much else to play, but I've actually had a nice friend, Lindy, let me download his copy of Tales of Xillia, and I played that for quite some time, and that has actually put me really behind, especially considering how much time I've actually put into it and how much time I've been sleeping, as opposed to normal. But it's actually been doing me some good. The other thing is, I know people are expecting Dragon's Crown, and I have not really been up to playing that game a lot. And it's not because it's boring, it's because I found a bunch of other interesting games I would like to play, particularly in the Japanese category. So I figured I would play those a lot more than Dragon's Crown. Plus the fact that a lot of my friends, they either have no interest in the game, or they're so far ahead that it's just almost impossible for me to catch up. And I'm not that kind of player where I'll devote myself to the game where I end up doing like this 100% or 150% completion of the game, especially one like Dragon's Crown, because it especially gives me a ton of reminders of the whole Monster Hunter tribe, or really the Monster Hunter community, where you have to play a certain way or you're just going to get totally cussed out or yelled at, and people are going to mark you as a player to avoid altogether because of such a thing. And it's hard to fight those exact feelings. As for Tales of Xillia, while I did finish Mia's story, which was actually interesting, trying to psych myself up for Jude's story is a whole nother process. One, I do know most of Jude's story is a lot of boring crap, or just a lot of added scenes that I don't really care for. And I've seen quite a bit of his side of the story. I'm just like, I don't care for it. So psyching myself up for his side of the story, as well as trying to get enough grade to where I can just breeze through it, is a huge chore. Because the grade system, as mentioned by many others, is totally different from older Tales games, unless you play Tales of Graces, where you pretty much just have to do certain things in the game and you get grade for it, and you never have enough grade to bring over everything you want, which is a huge issue for me, because I wanted to bring over certain things just so I can have an easy platinum, etc., etc. So I can honestly say keeping balance between playing games, real life, etc., is a huge chore. And while people say that it is easy, for me, it's not easy to actually keep that balance. Because while I could go just all in and play this one game, and play all these games and finish them within 1-2 weeks time, I don't have that luxury to do that. It would actually, for a lot of games, it takes me a month or so to finish, just because that's what, just because I have a lot of other things I have to get done before a certain date. In other news, I have heard of KJ Inafune's Kickstarter for his pseudo Mega Man or Mega Man-like game, Mighty Number 9. And I can honestly say, while it's not going to save Mega Man exactly, and you're probably shocked to hear that come from me because I'm a pretty big Mega Man fan myself, I will say it's a good substitute. And generally, I only say that because people keep going on and on about how much they want Mega Man, but the only closest they can get to having Mega Man is seeing him as a character in a fighting game, or him having a guest star appearance, or some sort of cameo in another game. And so we're not really going to see those Mega Man games we want, like the third Mega Man ZX game, or the third Mega Man Legends, or another Mega Man X game, or another Star Force game, etc., etc., etc. Because like we're not likely to see that. Maybe when my generation or so is pretty much quit on Mega Man, or we're just quitting on gaming altogether. That's when we'll actually see another actual Mega Man game that isn't like Mega Man 9 or Mega Man 10. So with that said, I haven't exactly put money into this Kickstarter yet because I don't have money to put into the Kickstarter. But I would like to see how Mighty Number 9 turns out. And it's like, I did look at the Kickstarter, and the dude's kind of asking for a lot of money just to get, well, it's kind of asking for a lot of money just to get some incentives, and I have seen that he's pretty much reached his goal of the Kickstarter. Last time I looked, he was about 20,000 or 10 to 20,000 away from finishing his goal. Actually, I think less than that, maybe $2,000 away from reaching his goal. What was it? $100,000? Something to that effect. If this does come out, I hope it's just not for PC, because I actually heard that this is just going to be for streaming. From what I know about my desktop, it can't exactly handle PC games that well. Especially in terms of playing the game. So I hope to actually see this on stuff like PSN, Xbox 360, etc. to play instead of just on a PC. Because I don't like, well, it's not that I don't like playing PC games, it's just that I prefer playing on the console. I know Pokemon X and Y is coming out next month, but I probably will not get it. And there's a lot of reasons behind it. One, because it's coming out, and because the whole, well, not so recent, I would say this happened 6 or 7 months ago, about the whole release of having a 3DS capture card. Everyone now wants to see a 3DS with a capture card. They want to see that quality instead of just record it from their camera. They just want to see that. Which, for me, that costs a pretty penny. Last I checked, 3DSs with a capture card cost about $600, and I don't have $600 to get a and hope that people will watch what I play. That's not something for me to do, and running a donation stream just for that just doesn't feel right, in my opinion. There's also the fact that I ordered Skylanders Swap Force for next month, which comes out practically 2 or 3 days after Pokemon X and Y come out. So I pre-ordered that special edition version, and that actually costs $100 compared to $60-70 of the actual game. And even if I did get a 3DS or a 2DS, which everyone's talking about now, I have to, like, trying to get the equipment to record it is going to be a tough chore, and even just the will to record it, not there. Because I already know like a ton of people will play it. So it might happen maybe end of this year or next year, we'll see. I haven't decided yet. I'm saving up money for other things for myself that I personally want to do, like go on a vacation, etc. In terms of big games I started, I'm only going to mention that I started Skylanders Giants. Me and my sister finally jumped on that yesterday from this recording date. And it's like we're having fun and we're trying to get this done before Swap Force comes out. One, because by the time Swap Force comes out, my sister will most likely be on Pokemon X and Y. And I will be on Swap Force, and I will probably be pretty much alone playing that game. There are a bunch of other games on the PS3 that I've already ordered, and they're generally in Japanese, one being Gundam Breaker, and you've seen a couple of videos on that. There's a few other videos, there's a few other games I've been looking at on the PS3. A lot of them, not a lot of people have interest in, so I don't expect people to actually watch those videos in the first place. Anyway, I think that's it. I'm honestly having a hard time trying to keep up and plan everything properly. Also, working at a business is pretty tough too with everything that's been going on in my life. But I will take the time to try and bounce back and get into an uploading that's acceptable for me. With that said, that's about it for this podcast. This is Brad 3 Gaming Home.
一言で言えば現実を見やがれです。この花の神なるカヤツ姫、一族の末にて未熟なるこの身にまで過分の恩徳を賜り感謝いたしますです。